I had to do a
point updated.
I had to do a firmware update, so it took me a little bit, and then it drained the battery, so I had to charge it. Let's get this going.
Take off.
All right. So when all the cars leave, it's also kind of windy, so this might be a little good. It's like a gust of like maybe 10 to 15. I really can't hear that thing spinning up.
Home point updated.
As far as the noise goes, almost to walk over here. I don't know how well you're gonna be able to hear this. I mean, it's really not bad. I mean, nothing compared to like a Mavic 3 Classic or something, so. All right, first off, that right there is pretty nice, especially because you get that vertical pano, that vertical shot. All right, it's pretty windy out. First and foremost, there's a tree. Switch this over to video real quick. Man. All right, let's lift you up a little bit. So because we don't have ND filters, if I were to actually shoot this how you're supposed to, then I would be super blown out. One stop overexposed at the moment. So we got 4K 30, 4K 30, 4K 60. So 4K 24, 25, 30, 48, 50, and 60. You got 1080, 60, HLG, and D-Log. So let's go ahead and pop this in D-Log. We're gonna shoot 4K 60, just to try and keep the as best as we can, because we don't have an ND filter. All right, let's try the obstacle avoidance. We're gonna record, and I'm gonna go straight into this tree in front of me. It stops about 8 feet away. Won't let me get any closer. As far as the speed goes and normal, it seems pretty basic. There's the dog. Might need to go in and adjust some of the throttle settings on this guy, because it seems to turn pretty fast. I mean, you know, if that's what you're in for. As far as, I really wish I had ND filters for this thing. This is why ND filters are important. Man, that looks like shit. That still looks like shit. Alright, well, hopefully by the time I go to do the actual review, I will have some ND filters. Alright, so we're gonna quit fucking around, because at the moment right now, I'm not getting anything done. Alright, so let's get some altitude with this guy. Make sure I'm not standing in any ants. I mean, doesn't look bad. We're at 200 feet. Like I said, it's not like super windy, but it's pretty gusty out right now. And so I would assume at the elevation that's at right now. All right, we're gonna flip this in sport mode. We're gonna see how fast our top speed is. All right, so going backwards, I was able to get like 16 miles an hour, and that was just a normal. So we got the throttle floored on this thing. We're at 35, 36. So I think 36 is gonna be your best. And also, again, I would like to mention that I really wish I had ND filters. So the function button is for the gimbal pitch down. Well, at least that's how it came from the factory. We're at 80%. We're in 16 minutes. So I don't necessarily remember exactly what the specs were as far as battery life, but I think this was supposed to be somewhere around 35 or 40. There's a bird, I think maybe. Oh, sorry, you can zoom in on this guy. 2x zoom. See if we capture a picture of that bird. I mean, it's not bad. You got 2x zoom, autofocus, manual focus. All right, we're still up above me right now, so let's go ahead and see. We got waypoints, point of interest. Let's see. Of course, we have quick shots. We got droney, we got rocket, we got circle, helix, boomerang, and asteroid, hyperlapse, panos, master shots, videos, and photos. I mean, I guess we'll try them out because some people like that stuff. Let's get a little, let's drop her down real quick. Throw this back into normal. All right, there is a tree behind me, that right now. So we're gonna try and scooter that away. There's me. All right, and we're gonna do droney.
2, 1.
We'll test out the droney on this guy. Again, I really wish that I could have gotten ND filters for this before, you know. All right, not bad. And then after the droney, it flies straight back to you. And stopped. Let's do a rocket.
2, 1.
I mean, you know, it does what it's supposed to do. I have never been super crazy about these like pre-installed like one-shot things. I mean, they're cool for certain things, I think. But as far as like, I mean, if you're doing content creation and stuff, I don't necessarily see you using these a lot. I will say that, I mean, if you're going on a vacation or a trip, this is small enough you can throw it in a bag, and then you can do what you want with it. Let's try circle. We'll see how good the obstacle avoidance is.
3, 2,
and then
1.
We'll see if it dodges it while it's doing the circle. How about that? Well, oh, I'm getting so dizzy right now. All right, that was pretty good. Not bad. And we're done. Circle, we'll try helix. See how that does. Let's go the other way.
3.
We got a
2,
maximum 30-foot
1.
radius, so there's a bunch of trees and stuff around here, and we're gonna see if the obstacle avoidance stops it. Yes, it does. So if there's an obstacle, it won't allow you to do a helix. Let's try it again. I moved away
3,
from
2,
the stuff.
1.
But it's still probably gonna stop once we get close enough to these trees. So I don't know if you can't really see it. Maybe right now, that tree, all those trees. So it's most definitely, I mean, it's still it's still going. It just, yeah, it's gonna stop it. Get bit up by bugs over here. All right, well, you know, it did what it was supposed to do. I think the problem is if there was something underneath it, then the drone would hover above it. But if there was
3,
something next to it, it would stop it.
3, 2, 1.
And apparently the Mini 4 Pro doesn't like being 6 feet to the ground. So check out this food baby right here. You see that? Yeah, it's not gonna work. Boomerang. Yeah. So obviously where I live kind of sucks. I can't really do all these. Let's bring it back in real quick. I think that was pretty much like the last one. Yeah, asteroid. Try it.
3, 2, 1.
That's what happens when you live out in the woods, man. I guess maybe I should start doing these somewhere else, but it's pretty nice to just be able to walk outside of my house and do these. Asteroid. Yeah, it won't stop. I'll try doing some of these in like the main review once we get to that point. All right, so those master shots. We'll just start it how it is. Shit, Papa
3,
John's is here, yo.
2, 1.
Hang on. Gonna restart the camera over here. All right, hopefully the GoPro's still going. All right, so we were doing
3,
master shot.
2,
I'm gonna see if it works.
1.
Unfortunately, living in the woods with a lot of trees in your yard and house, doing a closed circle. I mean, obviously, oh shit, now it's droney in it. Going over to my neighbor's house, they're probably gonna be real thrilled about this. It's pretty good though. All right. All right, well, that was it for master shots. Let's do a little hyperlapse, yeah? So it looks like it switched, especially when you go into hyperlapse, it switched it back over to like auto for settings and stuff. So I would assume that if you want to manually adjust, you're gonna have to go through all that. I didn't notice that. I thought maybe it would just kind of like, you know, keep all the photo settings, but it didn't. So yeah, I'm not probably gonna not take 125 shots. We're at 36% battery. I had to go get my dinner. Guy was delivering it. Didn't think he was gonna be that fast, but here we are. All right, so taking 24 of 125 shots. It's supposed to take 4 minutes, and I might stop at halfway. I would really like to try the video out, but I feel it being overexposed is probably not going to be a great thing. Maybe. Close, maybe. All right. Yeah, I think we're good on that. Shooting in progress. As far as the controller goes, I mean...
Video created successfully.
Thanks, Siri. As far as the controller goes, it feels really solid. Photos, videos, I mean, I would like to try like course lock and stuff. Might have to do that. All right, as far as panos go, we got sphere, we got 1080, wide angle, and vertical. Let's do a 180. Also, I will say, I mean, like I said, it's not super windy, but I mean, it's like a gust like 10 to 15, and the Mini 4 Pro has done pretty well. Says we got 9 minutes on battery life left, and I would assume that this came from the factory at 30% is when it tells you to come home, and then probably 10 or 15% when it starts to like auto land and shit. You can go into the menus and you can change all that. Let's take a look at the menu real quick. All right, so we got our basic obstacle avoidance. You got bypass brake, display radar map with real-time obstacle detection. That's pretty neat. That's a neat feature. Max altitude for the US, 400 feet AGL. Max distance is visual line of sight, but this is set for no distance because why not? Probably gonna also maybe do a distance flight on this thing too, so we'll see about that. Return to home, advanced up the AR settings, compass is calibrated normal, LEDs on auto. I'm getting bit up by something over here. I'm sure. Advanced safety settings, go to controls, you got imperial metric, subject scanning. This is when you want to do active track, you got to turn that on. Get out of this. Show you. Man, that's really bad. All right, for all intent and purposes, I'm gonna turn that to 8,000. So subject scanning, like when you want to do active track, like walk around and stuff, you have to turn this on. And then they have the new focus track settings, which I would like to try that out. Here. Let's try this real quick. So we're gonna go this way in the yard. And we're gonna try going around some of these trees and stuff over here. I gotta change this now. All right, we're gonna be pretty overexposed for this, but it's gonna be okay.
Battery level is low. Aircraft will return to the home point in 10 seconds.
No, stop that. All right. Hopefully the audio doesn't cut out on this guy, because the further I walk away, the less this transmitter is going to pick up. Come on, active track me. Let's go. Follow me. Come on, DJI Mini 3 4 Pro. So if this audio cuts out, you'll hear the GoPro. Come on, Mini 4, let's go, buddy. Let's see how good that, oh, no, it doesn't want to. Come on, man. Come on. See, I think with the wind, all right, we got 15% left. Hopefully, what are you doing, you pippy? Before this one. Oh shit. Oh, Mini 4 Pro. I don't think you guys saw that, but it ducked underneath a branch to follow me. And it was going backwards, which, I mean, that's pretty good, man.
Critically low battery warning.
All right.
Critically low battery warning.
All right, I didn't want to stand there and get bit up by ants and mosquitoes. Okay, so as far as the Mini 4 Pro goes, I didn't really get the chance to test all of the features that I wanted to. Also, I can't really show you guys very good video because I don't have ND filters, and so unfortunately, until I get ND filters, the video is going to look like shit. Like I said in the unboxing video, is I tried to put the Mini 3 Pro ND filters on it, and they're just like slightly too small or something because they don't fit on the camera for the Mini 4 Pro. So obviously DJI factored that in when they built this thing. So this way you would have to buy the new ND filters, which I also think is kind of shitty, but it is what it is. That's DJI for you. It handles really well. I mean, like I said, it was 10 to 15 mile an hour gusts of wind, and when I first launched it, I mean, it held its ground. I don't think you guys could really see it because when I first took off, I mean, the drone was like shh in the wind and stuff, and so I mean, it held really good. My hair looks like shit. And then as far as the active track goes, I mean, dude, that tracked me under those trees pretty well. When I do, I'm going to play with this a lot more, obviously, hopefully getting the ND filters. I'm going to try those Mini 3s again. But anyways, when I get the new ND filters, obviously I can do better video quality tests and stuff like that. I mean, it's 4K, so it's a mini 4K drone. I mean, it is what it is, but I think for what it is, it's really good, especially with remote ID and people that want to capture higher quality video but don't really want to spend like $1,000 or $2,000 on a bigger drone. Especially for remote ID, when this comes out, I mean, you'll be able to fly this without having to have a transmitter. So that's one way to get around that remote ID thing. I know it kind of sucks because, especially if you, like me, I bought a big drone. I mean, I have my Part 107, but even for that, I still have to, you know, whether it's for whether I'm doing it for a client or whether I'm just out having fun, is I still have to use that remote ID transmitter regardless. If it's under 250 grams, then I think it kind of nullifies that. But if you are doing like client work, you obviously still have to register the Mini 4 Pro, and you still have to use the remote ID transmitter if you're doing client work with the Mini 4 Pro. So there's that. Anyways, hopefully you guys like this video. Didn't want to make it super long, but
Landing.